Alright, it's showtime and welcome back to another video. This time it's that time of the year again, and we've got the Game Awards coming up on December 12th. And let's vote for our stuff. Now, nominees, view all categories. Let's just start voting. Now, again, I don't know why they don't culminate with this, but Game of the Year should be the very last thing we vote on, not the very first thing we vote on. So this is very annoying. But at any rate, see what we got here. We've got Astrobot, Team Asobi from Sony. I guess that's Sony Interactive Entertainment. I don't know why they changed it from Sony Computer Entertainment, but whatever. Heard that's a pretty good game. Haven't played it, but I did play Astro's Playroom. And for me, Astro's Playroom is enough because they kept adding stuff and adding stuff. And those scavenger hunts were a little bit annoying, but I wouldn't mind playing it. I just wouldn't. Don't know if I'd play it on a main account because of the platinum and all that nonsense, but anyway, yeah, heard great things about that from friends. Heard great things about Balatro from friends. But for a game of the year, for just an beefed up or trumped up card game here, I don't know. Seeing as how I haven't played that either, can't really say. Black Myth Wukong. Now this is one I'm looking to buy. But again, haven't played it. Heard it was huge thanks to sales in China, so that's pretty cool. Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erd Tree. Well, I forget when the original one even came out, but yeah, for reasons listed in that video, it was not my game of the year, and this is apparently DLC and therefore should not even be considered for a game of the year, so that's total bullshit. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I have not played it, do not want to play it because they screwed up Final Fantasy VII Remake. All you had to do was keep the same story and just pump up the graphics to Advent Children level. But no, they had to redo the story and they screwed it up, so therefore not buying it, not playing it unless I get it super discounted and play on an alt account because there's a lot of extra fluff that's completely unnecessary. And whatever this is, Metaphor Refantasio Studio Zero Atlas Sega. Now it kind of looks like a cross between the art style of Street Fighter 6 and Persona. But I guess you can tell my game of the year isn't even on this list. So, ugh. I'm gonna have to give it to one, and we will be voting this year. But is it the game I really want to buy, or one of the games my friends are really pumped up for? Well, they can vote for their game themselves. So I'm gonna go with the one I want to get. Oh, you have to sign in to vote. Hey, okay. I guess we're not voting. No problem. Next up. Okay, best game direction. Oh, this is. Wow, that's an interesting list. Awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. Now, for this one, I would give it to Astrobot. Oh, I keep clicking on that. So, on to the next category. Best narrative for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. We got Final Fantasy Rebirth again. Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. I guess one of these days I should actually play one of the Ryuga Gotoku games, but Yeah, I don't know. I have 1 and 2 HD on the shelf for the PS3. Still haven't gotten around to them. Uh, Metaphor again. Senua Saga Hellblade 2, Ninja Theory Xbox Game Studios. Have not played that. And Silent Hill 2, which is a remake of a game I wasn't particularly fond of on the PS2 for the few minutes I saw it being played. And there was fog and kind of an empty house and just looked boring to me. So, best narrative, no idea. I guess I would give it to Metaphor because I do hear good things about that. Again, can't give it to FF7 because they changed the original narrative. So let's see what would be next. We've got Best Art Direction for Outstanding Creative and or Technical Achievement in Artistic Design and Animation. Astrobot again, Black Myth Wukong again, Elden Ring DLC again, Metaphor again, and Neva. Nomada Studio and Devolver. Wow, it's like I didn't play any. I've played at least 100 games this year, and it doesn't seem like I played any of them. What's up with that? Uh, just based off of the screenshots here, Elden Ring does look the best, but again, it's DLC, so therefore it's ineligible. Metaphor's creative, Neva's creative looking. Again, Astrobot's just more of a playroom art, and Black Myth Wukong does look awesome. Creative. Therefore, I'd have to go to one of these two. Since I haven't heard of Neva, I would give it to Metaphor. Boom. Next up, Best Score and Music. Okay, well, I have played one of those. Finally. Got Astrobot again, FF7 Rebirth again, Metaphor again, Silent Hill 2 again, and Stellar Blade Shift Up SIE. So, while I have not heard these three played, I'm sure this is very similar to Playroom, and I'm sure this is very similar to the original game. If we were rating it on the original game, I would click it. But since we're not, boom, I'm giving my vote to Stellar Blade here for Best Score and Music. Well, I would give my vote to them. Best Audio Design. Recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design. What? Is this for like special effects or something? Best Score and Music. I guess. So, Astrobot, Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is new. FF7 Rebirth, Senua Saga Hellblade 2, Silent Hill 2. No idea on this one, honestly. So, I would just skip it. And we will. Next. Best Performance awarded to an individual for voiceover acting, motion, and or performance capture. We've got Brianna White, FF7 Rebirth. Doesn't even say the character. Thank you. Hannah Telly, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Life is Strange, Double Exposure. Humberly Gonzalez for Star Wars Outlaws. Interesting. Luke Roberts, Silent Hill 2. Melina Jurgens, Senua Saga Hellblade 2. Don't know. Can't vote. Next. Innovation in accessibility. Recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. We've got Call of Duty Black Ops 6. We've got Diablo 4, Dragon Age the Veilguard, Prince of Persia The Lost Crown, Star Wars Outlaws. innovation in accessibility. How are any of these games pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience? I mean, for me, that sounds more like Sony's accessible controller for handy-capable people. And I'm sure I would have heard something somewhere on any of these games being promoted for, the wider audience or accessibility. So, yeah, we're skipping that. That seems more like a single award that should be chosen for one thing and one thing only and not voted on by the fans, if we're being honest here. But games for impact. For a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. Closer the Distance? Haven't heard of that. Indica? Nope. Neva again? Nope. Life is Strange Double Exposure? Okay. Cinema Saga, Hellblade 2. Tales of Kenzera Zhao. Okay. Clearly, I did not play any games this year because, or at least nothing that the Game Award people played. Thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. So, can't vote. This is turning into a nothing burger, isn't it? Best ongoing. Awarded to the game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. We got Destiny 2, Diablo 4, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2. The only ones I would even consider for this, well, not Destiny 2's has been consistent, but I mean, they should have released 3 a long time ago. Final Fantasy 14. I don't know. Did they go free to play now? I'm not sure. But, and Fortnite's mostly just a bunch of skin and seasons and a model that I absolutely despise. But hey, it's modern gaming, and that's the world we live in. So, you know what? This year I would probably give it to Bungie for Destiny 2. With a second here to Final Fantasy 14. Best community support. Wouldn't that be the same category as before? Recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness inclusive of social media activity and game updates patches. Like I said, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, those 3 were just there before. And No Man's Sky should have done it right the first time. Hey, Baldur's Gate 3. I don't even have to think about that. That would be my vote. Best indie game for outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside the traditional publisher system. Okay. Animal Well with our Kangaroo. Shared Memory Big Mode. Not sure. Balatro, Local Thunk Playstack, which I have heard of. Lorelei and the Laser Eyes, Simogo and Apuma Interactive, no idea. Neva again. UFO 50 if you prefer by Mossmouth, or UFO 50, but I mean, I haven't heard of 4 of those until I clicked on this site, which means I should probably automatically give it to Balatro, but still, the most interesting looking one to me is this Neva. So, were I voting, I would probably go watch some videos on YouTube and then confirm my choice here for Neva, or Neva, I suppose it could be. Next up, best debut indie game. Bruh. Okay, I mean, I guess it's worth a category by itself, but is it really? I don't know. How many of these are we voting on? 29 categories. Uh, Animal Well again, Balatro again, Manor Lords, Slavic Magic, Hooded Horse, Pacific Drive, Ironwood Studios, Kepler Interactive, The Plucky Squire, I've heard of that. All Possible Futures, and Devolver. But for debut indie game, since I didn't give it to it last time, I'll give Balatro some love and give that the nod for this round. Okay, moving on. Best mobile game. For best game playable on a mobile device. AFK Journey. Farlight Little Games. Okay, Balatro again. Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket. Now, didn't this just come out? Although technically I think it should be inclusive from January 1st to December 31st, and then the Game Awards should be at the beginning of the next year. But this is the system we have. Wuthering Waves, Kuro Games. Some good artwork. And Zenless Zone Zero, Hyoverse. Well, if you can get casual gym bros talking about it, like grown-ass adults talking about Pokemon trading card game in 2024, the best mobile game probably should go to Pokemon Trading Card Pocket. So that would get my vote. Next. Best VR and AR. For the best game experience playable in virtual or augmented reality irrespective of platform. Duh, isn't that most of them? Most of these categories? Because I have not seen them have best PlayStation game, best Xbox game, best Switch game in a long time, if ever. And honestly, the winners of those should be the ones that are competing for Game of the Year. And yes, of course, PC game or whatever, but we've got Arizona Sunshine Remake, Vertigo Games, okay. Asgard's Wrath 2, Sanzaro Games, Oculus Studios, Oculus, it's alright. Batman Arkham Shadow, it's a misspelled camouflage, Oculus Studios. Metal Hellsinger VR, Lab 42, The Outsiders, Funcom, and Metro Awakening Vertigo Games. Yes, but anyway. Well, don't know anything about them, but Batman sounds like it would be awesome in VR, so Batman would get my vote. Best action game. Black Myth Wukong. Well, depending on how many people log in, that's probably going to win this, but Call of Duty could give it some competition. Helldivers 2, okay. Stellar Blade, and we got a new one, Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2. For me, hands down, it's Stellar Blade. But what I think is going to win is one of these two. Best Action Adventure. For the Best Action Adventure game, combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving. Astrobot. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown again. Silent Hill 2. That's combat and puzzle. See, I don't even know. Star Wars Outlaws is puzzle solving? Don't know. And Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, which is almost all puzzle solving. According to the previews. Haven't played that. So I mean, I really hate the art style with the elf here from Rudolph as Link, so I would not give it to that. Astrobot. yeah, if it's anything again like the Astro's Playroom, puzzle solving and traversal is our best platformer here. Next, best RPG for the best game design with rich player character customization. Although, honestly, a lot of people are into that, but I just want to get in and play my game. So, you know, anyway, and progression, including massively multiplayer experiences. Okay, so they're combining MMOs with the RPGs, so that's kind of not cool. And wait, okay. FF7 Rebirth character customization. I mean, if it's like the remake, you're going to be customizing your skill set and material usage and stuff like that, but not developing your character like you do in Elden Ring. Uh, there's also Dragon's Dogma 2, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, and Metaphor again. So, oof. Again, I used to really love RPGs, but they're just such a time sink anymore. Ain't nobody got time for that. Uh, oh, and Elden Ring's DLC, so again, that's automatically out. I guess, yeah, Materia. Again, based off of previous entries and not actually having played this one itself. FF7 Rebirth. But it's a remake, sort of. I don't know. Nah, I'm not gonna give that a vote. Best fighting game. For the best game designed primarily around head to head combat, we got Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Again, retelling mostly the same stories from DBZ with some what ifs. I really wish that sometimes they would just come out with a game that just focuses on Super or only focuses on Dragon Ball. They always do Dragon Ball Z over and over and over with improved graphics and possibly some story tweaks. So, like, no. I'm not saying they're not awesome, but I'm saying that it's been done a lot. We've got Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. We've got Marvel versus Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics. We got Multiverses and Tekken 8. If I recall, this had a botched physical release and was some code in a box garbage in some regions. So I wouldn't give it to that. Tekken 8, did that have issues or not? I'm not sure. I don't know. Next. I mean, no fighting game really wowed me enough to buy it this year, so there's that. Best family game. For the best game appropriate for family play, irrespective of genre or platform, we've got Astrobot, Princess Peach Showtime, which is, as far as I am aware, a single player game. Super Mario Party Jamboree, which I would have gotten had Superstars been DLC for Super Mario Party. But as it stands, we've got three games or Super Mario Party games for the Switch, which is a bit much, don't you think? The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, again, is that not a single player game? And the Plucky Squire, okay, again, not sure. I mean, like three, maybe four out of the five are just single player games. So I guess for family, despite all the friction it may cause, I would give it to Super Mario Party Jamboree. Best sim strategy. Best game focused on real time or turn based simulation or strategy gameplay, irrespective of platform. What do we got? We got Age of Mythology Retold, World's Edge, Forgotten Empires, Xbox Game Studios, Frostpunk 2, 11-bit Studios, Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess. Some cool looking artwork there. Capcom, Manor Lords, Slavic Magic, Hooded Horse, Unicorn Overlord, Vanillaware, Sega Atlas. It's amazing. I have not heard of any of these, and let alone play them. So we're gonna skip that category. Best sports and racing. Although for the best traditional and non-traditional sports and racing game, yeah, F1 24, Codemasters, EA Sports. I guess there aren't enough racing games or sports games that they can do separate categories. But anyway, EA Sports, FC 25, EA Vancouver, EA Romania, EA Sports, NBA 2K25, Visual Concepts 2K, Top Spin 2K25, Hangar 13 and 2K, and WWE 2K24 24, Visual Concepts slash 2K. I'm gonna have to skip this because I mean these are mostly just yearly iterations. Well, based off the number, I'm not sure about that one, but these three off and well, 24 as well. But yeah. So next, I mean the last sports game that really wowed me was MLB The Show 13, I believe. So that's how far back they go. Best multiplayer for outstanding online multiplayer gameplay and design, including co-op and massively multiplayer experiences, irrespective of game genre or platform. Got Call of Duty again, Helldivers 2 again, Super Mario Party Jamboree again, Tekken 8 again, and Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2 again. Well, I wonder if Nintendo got their stuff together for that. I mean, Call of Duty's been the standard for a long time since it overtook Halo. Helldivers 2 was huge in the beginning of the year, but is it still there? I don't know. As a single player type of dude, I gotta skip that category. Best adaptation, recognizing outstanding creative work that faithfully and authentically adapts a video game to another entertainment medium. Huh? Knuckles. Wasn't that a Sonic movie? Not the character. Arcane. Fallout. Now, there we go. I don't even need to read the rest. Like a Dragon and Tomb Raider. But yeah, Fallout, boom, hands down, we get my vote. That show was awesome. Amazon kicked ass. Best adaptation is Fallout, boom. Next, most anticipated game. And why are we even voting on this? I mean, like, we already know it's a 3-4 hour commercial. And it's all about the hype train. Why don't we just let the games release? Anyway, recognizing an announced game that has demonstrably for illustrated potential to push the gaming medium forward. It's real hard in this day and age to actually push the gaming medium forward because you know there's not the 16-bit jump, there's not the 64-bit 3D jump. You know, there's not the PS1 to PS2 jump. There's not the PS2 to PS3 jump. There's not the 3 to 4 jump. And there's only so much that you can do to improve a game past the point we're already at. Of course, every game should be standard at 60 frames per second. But, I mean, if you can hit 60 frames per second on the PS2, why can't you do it, in this day and age? That's ridiculous. Anyway, we got Death Stranding 2 on the beach. Kojima, nope. Ghost of Yote looks very interesting, and I might have to go back and get the other Ghost of Tsushima if it's really the sequel to that game. Grand Theft Auto 6, that's going to win. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Again, I thought that looked like a GameCube game when it was first announced. And Monster Hunter Wilds Capcom. So, yeah. Again, for me, I would choose Ghost of Yote. What's going to win is GTA 6. So, there you go. Next, Content Creator of the Year. So, yeah, we're winding down for a streamer or content creator who has made an important and positive impact on the community in 2024. You'll notice I'm not up there. Yeah, Casio, Elo Juan, Techno Gamers, Typical Gamer, Usada Pecora. Again, no XQC or Hikaru or Pokimane or anybody I actually know, so can't vote for any of them. Best esports game. For the game that has delivered the best overall esports experience to players, inclusive of tournaments, community support, and content updates, irrespective of game or platform. Counter-Strike 2, Valve, Dota, Valve, League of Legends, Riot Games, Mobile Legends, Bang Bang, Valorant, Riot Games. Well, I can tell you that having won the first ever and only game ever I have played on it, I mean, I must have been playing with total noobs, because I don't even know the game, really, but I just walked in and killed at least 2 people to clinch the victory for our team, while everyone's running around doing nothing. Valorant gets my vote here for esports game. Boom. Best esports athlete. The esports athlete judged to be the most outstanding for performance and conduct in 2024, irrespective of game. You got 33. Nita or Neta Shapira. Alexei Virolainen. Chovy, Jung Ji-hoon, Faker, Lee Sang-hyuk. Ziwu, and Matthew Herbo or Herbo, might be French. ZMJJKK, Zhang Yong Kang. Okay, again, since I don't know anybody, wouldn't vote for him because it's not the right thing to do. Best esports team, recognizing a specific esports team, not the full organization, judged the most outstanding for performance and conduct in 2024. And we've got Billy Gaming, Gen G, both on League of Legends, Navi, Counter-Strike, T1 League of Legends, Team Liquid, Dota 2. Same, can't vote. It just wouldn't be right. And what? Player's voice, 3 rounds, 3 chances to vote. You got round 1, round 2, and round 3. What? Okay, well that's not even there, so. Alright, well there you have it. Let's zoom back to, boom, whoa. Apparently we won't be able to zoom back to our Game of the Year list, which should be the last one you vote on, but
independent, ongoing games for impact, yada yada yada, audio design, okay. Oh.
There we go. Okay, So, yeah. That is how I would vote if I actually wanted to bother signing in and creating an account, but I don't want to. So, again, we've got no actual game of the year because my game of the year is not nominated. But out of these, well, again, I'm going to say. Actually, how much is Balatro? I mean, that seems like a short game. Uh, I mean, you're comparing this one. Is that a AAA game? Well, what even is a AAA game? Am I right? Like they used to just be games back in the day. Not to go off on too much of a rant here, but I mean, Super Mario Brothers 3 is a AAA game. But if you did it, look at it today, like would that be considered indie with the art style and so times have changed, is what I'm saying. So I don't think I would even consider that for Game of the Year. Although it was popular, so maybe you give it points for that. But yeah, Astro, Black Myth Wukong, yeah, DLC, nope. Final Fantasy VII being a remake, nope. And Metaphor. So there's really only 3 games I would even consider. And like I said, out of these, I would give it to Black Myth Wukong, but I guess you'll have to wait a couple weeks here for my Game of the Year videos to come out. And yeah, we'll see. But yeah, hopefully the Game Awards will be good this year. And if you do want to sign in and vote, please feel free. Get your Game of the Year. If it's one of these 6, let me know in the comments. And as well as the other categories as well. Well, as always, thanks for watching. And until next time, keep dancing.